Hello friends and welcome to our channel. Our today's video is about a mother goes to school to check on her son. What she discovered shocked everyone. But before we start, please make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell and smash that like button. We really appreciate your continuous support. A school is where we spend a substantial part of our early lives, a place that we associate with childhood friendships and unforgettable memories. A place that's more like a second home, a nurturing environment where the children learn essential skills and acquire knowledge and values that would prepare them for life as adults and accompany them for the rest of their lives. That's why going to the right school and receiving an appropriate education is vital for any kid in their future. Yet, imagine that the school to which your kid goes mistreats them and even humiliates them simply because you as a parent were having a bad day and things were offhand for a second. Nicole Garloff and her 6-year-old son Hunter from Grants Pass, Oregon experienced that feeling firsthand. Nicole woke up to her usual osteoporosis pain and after struggled to make her son ready for school on time. She discovered that her car broke again and simply refused to start. With her husband having left for work at 6 a.m. and having no buses in the area, Nicole and Hunter had to make the 1-mile journey toward Lincoln Elementary School on foot. As they rushed down the street, the kid kept on urging his mother to hurry even more as he didn't want to face what he called lunch detention. The first grader's fears materialized when they arrived at the school and found out they were a few minutes late. He rushed in sad and crying. Nicole knew that the consequences of tardiness is detention, yet that wasn't little Hunter's fault, as it's his parents who drive him to school. Feeling for her son, Nicole decided to drop by the school at lunchtime to check on Hunter and lift his spirits a bit. Yet as she walked into the lunchroom, Nicole was stupefied and outraged by what she saw. Hunter was in detention corner, and he was separated from the rest of the other kids. As if this wasn't enough, Hunter sat with a white partition in front of him to eliminate any contact with his peers. And to top it all off, he was given a cup with a big letter D for detention to further humiliate him. Nicole couldn't believe the degrading treatment her little son was receiving because of a few minutes tardiness. She said that Hunter was on time most of the time, and the few occasions in which he arrived late were not his fault. Nicole grabbed her tablet and took pictures of Hunter sitting in that humiliating position. When Hunter's grandmother saw the pictures, she decided that the incident mustn't go unnoticed, and she shared the pictures on Facebook with a full account of what happened. The grandmother wrote, "This is my little grandson Hunter. He's a little first grader. His mom's car sometimes doesn't start right up, and sometimes he's a couple of minutes late to school. Yesterday he was 1 minute late, and this is what his mom discovered that they do to punish him. They've done this to him 6 times for something out of the baby's control. They make a mockery of him in front of the other students. The principal's responsible for this. His mom found him there in tears and took him home for the day. Anyone want to help me flood this lady principal with calls telling her how inappropriate this is?" The pictures took the internet by storm, as they were shared 25,000 times, and people expressed their outrage over the despicable measures taken for the sole reason of humiliating a little kid. This brought the school's detention policy under the public eye, and everyone agreed that what happened to Hunter can only be described as bullying. The school was inundated with angry calls and messages from people expressing their displeasure with what happened. The public then took matters even further when they gathered to help solve the family's car problem. When Hunter's father went to pick up the car from the mechanic's garage, he got the surprise of his life. An auto dealer, along with other people from the Grants Pass community, raised enough money to buy the family another car to make sure that Hunter arrives to school on time. It didn't stop there, as small businesses, led by the local radio host Bill Meyer, joined forces to help the family with expensive car maintenance. They offered the family a year's worth of oil changes, as well as a $100 gas card. The family was overwhelmed with joy and happiness when they received the keys to their new minivan, not expecting their community to go to such great lengths in reaction to what happened to their son. Unable to contain his happiness, Mark Simillo, Hunter's father, said, "I'm just blown away to see the community come together like this and see that there's still good people out there." The family's faith in their community was revived, and thanks to the people with good hearts, the kid will be able to make it to school on time. The public movement triggered by Hunter's humiliation put pressure on the schools in the district to change their detention policies completely. Lincoln Elementary School principal explained that instead of isolating the punished kids, they assigned a detention supervisor at a classroom where the kids spend their detention time, instead of being ashamed in front of their peers. The family was so happy to see the schools at the level of their district taking action to prevent other kids from going through what Hunter experienced. Yet they still hoped that changes would be made regarding the tardiness policy and publicly isolating punished students. The bottom line is that educators and schools must know that even little kids have their own struggles, especially family and economic problems. And instead of going directly to the punishment, talking to the parents and discovering the roots of the problem is much more helpful and efficient. Today's story is a good reminder that though we tend to face our problems on our own, sometimes taking them to the public would help not only put an end to our troubles, but also make sure other people won't have to be in the same situation in which we are. And it's through such public movements and solidarity that we improve our societies and make them better places for everyone. Did you enjoy today's story? Let us know what you think about it in the comments. If you believe this story was amazing, don't hesitate to share it with your buddies. Hit the subscribe button and activate the notification bell so you'll never miss your daily dose of incredible stories.